Hi, my name is Mark, and I am an online software engineering student at the Flatiron School. Today, I am extremely pleased to present my fifth and final project. Yay! It's a capstone project, and the project utilizes an entire stack of some of the technologies that we've learned at Flatiron. The stack includes, on the back end, Rails with a Postgres database, and on the front end is React JavaScript. The inspiration behind this particular project is called My Value Shopper, and it's powered by Mark's Amazing Shopper. Copyright, well, not really, but the reason I did it this way is so that I wouldn't be sued by another super duper large corporation that brings in hundreds of billions of dollars a year, beginning with the letter A. I think you get the drift. So anyway, the motivation behind the project was to try to create a list of items that someone may be interested in, maybe not necessarily purchasing with Amazon at the present moment, but to at least keep track of and have an inventory of items. So if we take a look at the Amazon site, one thing I was not aware of when I was building out the project is that Amazon does have a nice list component to it, where you can actually create various shopping lists, and you can make the list public or private, share the list with your friends. So this is actually pretty cool. But as you see, these are some of the items that I have either purchased or have taken a look at, some vitamin supplements and shaving and other types of stuff. And as you scroll down here, I do have two young daughters, so where you see some of the women's clothing, it's not for me, it is for them. But what I'd like to do is show you the application. And what we're going to start off with is if we were looking to sign up, the application has the ability to basically sign up for a user. And there are various types of validations. For example, there's an email validation. It requires a password to be confirmed. And if they don't match, it will tell you that the password doesn't match. So that is the sign up. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just log in. I do have a user account already created. And at abc123.com, and we'll put in a password. And so the first thing that comes up is, since there are not any items that have been listed yet, is you're going to get an item entry screen where you would want to put in an Amazon item code. So if you're looking to try to store, or actually if there's an item that you're interested in, let's go ahead and take these disinfecting wipes, for example. The application that I built does require an Amazon ID number. It is a 10-character number, and normally you would find that number down in the item or product description. So here it is, the ASIN number, and what we're going to do is simply copy this number, and then we're going to paste this number into the application. And then there are several categories that you can choose from. So I'm just going to select home and garden for the category. And when we hit submit, what's going to happen is that the application is tied to an API called Rapid API, and on the back end, that API actually scrapes the Amazon site. So what you'll see shortly is the actual information for that particular item. So you have the name and description, the current price, the quantity that's available on hand at Amazon, and the category that has been assigned. So if we click on the Amazon ID number, here's your image, and just again, a short description of the product. The description has been truncated just for sake of readability and space. quantity available, there's your price, a list price, and if there was a discount, what the discount would be. So sometimes we find that with Amazon, there are coupons that may be available. The one downside to the Rapid API site is that there is not a field that will allow for storing coupon information. And I think that has probably more to do with competitive advantages that Amazon would rather keep to themselves, but that's just an editorial comment. So in this particular case, there is not, well, actually there is a coupon, but the coupon is if you're buying in volume. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and disregard that for a moment, but let's say that there was a coupon and the coupon was for $5. Okay, there is a field that will allow you to actually enter in the amount of that coupon, and then you see the price has changed. You know, it went from a little over $14 to actually $9.37. So again, you can see that the price has changed. So that's one benefit to this particular application. The other benefit is that you can actually remove the item as necessary. So if you just click here, item gone. So let's go ahead and just enter one more item of some sort. Doesn't really matter what it is. Let's see what we can find that's, and we'll just go ahead with the vitamin supplement here. And again, if you scroll down to the product details, you're looking for the Amazon ID number. It's here. We'll paste it in. Healthcare. And so as you can see, there is kind of a swirling mark there to just kind of notice that the information is pending and it is being retrieved. And so there it is. One of the other benefits to the application is it will provide a price history. So just for the sake of example, let's go ahead and say that what we want to do is run another query at some point at a later time for that same item. You can certainly do that. And what you would have is you would have an actual history of the particular item. So there are a few things that I'd like to do going forward after the project has been submitted is extend the actual application to be able to sort by category. That's one of the things that I think would be extremely important to this application. I also would like to provide a notes section, and in the notes section, instead of going back and forth between the Amazon site, we could copy and paste in the notes section the various Amazon ID numbers and then run the query from there. Another benefit that the notes section would allow for is, again, to make personal notes if an item has changed in price or, an interest in an item or whatever the case may be. And then finally, with the search, we would be able to search the application to be able to, find things based on name or based on quantity or category amount. So that is it for the application. I appreciate you watching. There will be a link below for not only the GitHub repository, but a blog regarding the application. And feel free to leave any comments or suggestions of how I can make the application better. And again, I thank you for your time. Take care.